There's a Sonic the Hedgehog movie in the works, but are you excited or scared? It's no secret that the character's new design for the movie has come under heavy scrutiny from fans of the video game franchise. But another person recently voiced some dissatisfaction with what seems to be Sonic's movie look, and you might find that his opinion carries a little more weight. One negative response to Sonic's 2019 redesign comes from Yuji Naka, a former Sega employee who's often credited with creating the video game character nearly 3 decades ago. In one tweet, Naka seems to reference the fact that the new Sonic has vastly different proportions when compared to the classic video game Sonic, and notes how he feels it's important that Sonic should have a round head. In another tweet, Naka states his shock that Sonic's hands are white instead of in white gloves, a criticism also leveled by many fans online. Finally, Naka retweeted a fan-made drawing of what one artist believes the movie Sonic should have looked like, as though to imply that the fan did a far better job capturing Sonic's look than Paramount Pictures did. Ouch. It's one thing to get trashed by random people online, movie studios have to deal with that all the time, but having your movie's character design knocked by the man who created the character in the first place? That is pretty rough. Yuji Naka was a longtime Sega employee who worked on the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise for many years, ever since the first entry debuted in 1991. He eventually left Sega in 2006, but it seems he still has a lot of love for the Hedgehog that helped define Sega's brand during the 90s. The sentiments Naka shared online aren't unique by any stretch, but Naka's history with Sonic is certainly making more people sit up and take notice. The question is, will the fan backlash matter? It's hard to imagine the filmmakers completely changing their approach before the movie comes out, but there's been chatter that the design we've seen appear online might not be the final version for the movie. Will the actual film's version look a little more true to Sonic the video game character? Or have we seen something close to the finished thing? It's worth noting that we're only seeing the movie version of Sonic now thanks to an apparent leak of marketing materials for the film. Before then, we only had one silhouette shot of what the world's most famous hedgehog might look like on film, as well as a decent look at his muscular, distressingly human-looking legs. Fans have also criticized the tiny, red, apparently Nike-branded running shoes replacing Sonic's classic huge kicks from the game, which have become so iconic over the years that they've previously been sold as real shoes. Finally, one of the biggest issues commenters had with movie Sonic was the fur. People couldn't understand why he looked so hairy. Now that an apparent full look at the movie version of Sonic is out there for everyone to see, lots of people feel like their concerns were justified.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure it's a bad thing.
The Sonic we'll see in theaters later this year is a huge departure from every other Sonic you've seen before, and it doesn't sound like fans of the long-running series are here for it. Unlike Detective Pikachu, a live-action video game adaptation which fans of the Pokemon series seem to have warmed up to, it doesn't feel like die-hard Sonic supporters are being won over by the movie, at least not yet. But there's always a chance that Ben Schwartz's voiceover performance as a hedgehog could bring people around to the project, even if they still think Sonic looks weird.
You're animated.
Yeah, I wasn't good enough to be a human being.
Of course, we've only seen a small glimpse of Sonic so far, with no other movie footage to put things into context. But if other characters from the series look just as bizarro as he does in their movie forms, like Jim Carrey's take on Dr. Robotnik, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie could be on its way to the great flop zone. We really won't know what we're in for until we see that first trailer. There's certainly enough talent behind the project. Will everyone be able to get over the way Sonic looks? Will finally seeing him in motion and fighting bad guys turn the tide back in his favor? We'll find out when Sonic the Hedgehog sprints into theaters on November 8th, 2019. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more SVG videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.